Hi Aquarius, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina, otherwise known as Sinfulpluto, and today we are doing your love predictions for this Venus and Taurus transit that's going on right now. This may apply to Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it might not apply to everyone, and that is okay. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. And also keep in mind that these love predictions, these love readings are not strictly romantic. They can also they also apply to any sort of interpersonal relationships that you might be dealing with. It's not just a romantic sort of thing. So also keep that in mind. But yeah, if this message resonates with you, if it was helpful for you in some way, if you were able to gain something from it, let me know in the comments down below and give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Oh my God, I'm so aggressive. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos. I don't know if I already said this, but comment down below what you think of it. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. If you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So let's get into it. I'll be linking the deck that I'm using down below if you're interested in checking it out. It's the This Might Hurt Tarot. I love it. All right, so what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in love? What's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in love? What's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in love? What's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in love? We got the Four of Swords reversed. Shit, okay. You could be dealing with a Leo. Jesus, okay. So Four of Swords reversed is what the first what the first card is. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. Interesting. We have Strength reversed. Three of Cups. Eight of Wands reversed. Hold on, I'm trying to fix everything. And the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck, reversed. Not at the bottom of the deck, Temperance reversed. And at the bottom of the deck is the Moon card, which talks about confusion. Okay, so having the Moon as the overall energy of this period for you, for one, you could be dealing with a Cancer or with the Pisces, or this could just be your own energy. But the Moon talks about the subconscious. It talks about things that have been repressed, things that are kind of in the shadows, things feeling unclear to you, things feeling kind of like all over the place. Not really understanding something, or having to be pushed to listen to your intuition because you cannot see very clearly. Like, you can't see what's in front of you very clearly. It's almost like you have your hand in front of you, but you can barely even see it because it's just so dark. So it's like you have to listen to your intuition. Otherwise, you might not be able to navigate through the maze of life. The maze of life. God, Nina, that's so corny. But yes, that's what it seems like. That's what it looks like here. That's the overall energy of just like confusion and ooh. So there's that, right? For some of you, you might be receiving messages in your sleep, or just like having really like weird ass dreams. Or you may have been losing sleep, but maybe you've just been feeling really anxious. Four Swords reversed, you might have been feeling really anxious, and it might be affecting your sleep in some sort of way. Like maybe you find yourself waking up multiple times throughout the night and having like these weird ass dreams. And if you are having these weird ass dreams, I encourage you to write them down as quickly as you can before you forget, whether it's in a notebook or like in your phone and like your notes app on your phone. Do that, okay? Write down your dreams, even if it doesn't make sense, and like just write everything down and then read it the next morning and try to decipher it, or have someone decipher it for you, because it could be your angels or your spirit guides trying to send you a message or trying to tell you something, okay? Or trying to give you clarity on a situation, okay? And obviously like dreams are weird as fuck, so or they can be weird as fuck. So like obviously it might not be clear initially. So anyways, so that could be a case for you, right? Not having enough sleep. Some of you might be overworking yourselves for overworking yourselves for some reason, or just not getting enough rest that is required of you. And with this 3 of Cups right under this 4 of Swords, it could be that some of you are partying a little bit too much or indulging too much in something. Maybe you're not taking enough time to be alone. You're not taking enough time to be in solitude. And when I say that, this doesn't mean that you just completely isolate yourself from the rest of the world for months on end. That's not what I'm saying, because that's also unhealthy. It's good that you were hanging out with friends or talking to people or whatever the case is, but there also has to be time for you. There has to be time to rest, to rejuvenate, to find time to decompress, so that you can feel rejuvenated, so that you can feel like you can conquer the world the next day or later in time. Does that make sense? So whatever thing that you might be overindulging in, or just having too much, like spending too much time in, that's like fun, that's like partying or social networking, being on social media too much, spending too much time on the internet, drinking, overeating, overindulging, whatever it is, it might be best for you to take a minute away from that. And take a minute away from that, so that you can get the proper rest that you need and rejuvenation that you need, because it seems as though you might be lacking it in some way. Also, for some of you, if you're like in the dating world at this time, if you're like dating or talking to people, make sure that you are not overextending yourself while you're dating. You know, like don't go on like back-to-back dates in a single day. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself some time, give yourself some rest. Don't overwhelm yourself, because that just might be a little too much. And we have the 8 of Wands reversed, which kind of reads as you needing to slow down a little bit, because we see some sort of imbalance here. Temperance reversed. There's some sort of imbalance going on in your dating life in some way. Again, it could be just that you are investing yourself way too much in dating or in friends or something, and it's taking a toll on you, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, although it could very well be mentally, because of this 4 of Swords reversed. You might not be able to think clearly or have like a very logical stream of thought because of the lack of rest, which can impact your mind. So there's that, darling. Whatever sort of imbalance there is, try to find a sense of moderation, try to find a middle ground, try to find something, okay? That does not lead you to being on one extreme end or the other, okay? Find a middle ground, find the gray area, find the sweet spot where you can enjoy yourself but not hurt yourself at the same time. That'd be great. Thanks. That's kind of what this is talking about. For some of you, with this 3 of Cups and the 7 of Cups reversed, it could be that you fear making the wrong choice in some sort of way. You fear making the wrong choice in terms of dating someone, or like being friends with someone, or getting to know someone. 7 of Cups reversed is like fear of making the wrong choice. And so they don't make a choice, right? Fear of making the wrong choice, so they don't end up making a choice, and then it leads to like a third party situation or whatever. So be careful of that, because it might be a little bit too overwhelming for you. In which case, if this is a case for you where you have a lot of options, or you're talking to different people at once, don't stress yourself too much in terms of trying to find an option or trying to make a choice immediately. You know, definitely feel things out with each person, but also if you already can tell from jump that you're just not going to be vibing with someone, you know, don't drag it on, and like, you know, don't take longer than necessary if you already know what you want, and if this person just doesn't fulfill that for you. Aquarius, does that kind of make sense? I sure hope it does. And then we have this Strength card reversed, which kind of talks about a lack of self-discipline, a lack of self-control. So again, it kind of goes back to this whole thing of like potentially overindulging in something, or giving into your desire for pleasure, for physical pleasure, which could come through with this Three of Cups reversed. So just being careful of that. This Three of Cups can also talk about some sort of reconciliation. A reconciliation about something. Maybe you want to reconcile about something, and maybe you want to reconcile with someone about something, or just reconcile with someone in general. And maybe this has been on your mind a lot. Maybe you have been wanting to reach out to this person a lot. And maybe you have been going back and forth as to whether or not you want to reach out to them. And with the Seven of Cups reversed, this could be how you like you're scared of like whether or not reaching out would be the right choice or not. So you just kind of like feel paralyzed as to what to do. And with this Strength card reversed, it could be that maybe you feel insecure about something. Maybe you feel insecure about reaching out. Maybe you are having a challenging time in setting aside your pride and reaching out and apologizing or reconciling with this person in some way, in which case Temperance reverse is kind of saying to work to set your pride aside if that's actually what you want to do. I also feel that you will gain a lot more clarity and understanding as to how to deal with whatever situation that you're dealing with, whether it's like a reconciliation or not. If this is a reconciliation and if you just feel really confused about everything, this Temperance reversed and this Four of Swords reversed is saying that you might need to meditate. You might need to meditate and ask for guidance from your spirit guides, from your angels, from the divine energy, whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, from your ancestors. You might need to ask them for guidance, but in order to really see and be receptive to their answers and like to like peep them, you might need to do some more meditation or reflections or journaling in some sort of way to kind of put yourself in that mindset of like receptivity to like see the messages that they're sending you. Does that kind of make sense? So spiritual alignment might be really recommended for you in order for you to gain clarity as to how to move forward or how to approach this situation, because the Eight of Wands reverse is like a sudden halt in progress. So with that sudden halt in progress, you might not know what to do and you might freak out. So it could also be with the Eight of Wands reverse, again, just like needing to slow down because you might just be going at such a fast pace and feeling really anxious and overthinking everything and maybe even trying to distract yourself. So if that's the case, like slowing down and journaling and reflecting, but also meditating and reaching out to your guides and doing everything in your power to just like slow down and to be present, that might really help you. And it might give you further clarity as to whether or not you should reconcile with this person, whether it's worth it, and if you will gain something out of it. Again, this is a matter of like listening to your intuition rather than placing so much focus or emphasis on logic. Does that kind of make sense for you, Aquarius? Yeah. So we have we have the moon, right, which is right under the Three of Cups, which is like confusion about some sort of friend group or confusion about a reconciliation or confusion about just what to do, right? So needing to listen to your intuition about this reconciliation or this friend group or whatever. Five of Pentacles reverse is the desire to fix things. So maybe there was a falling out between you and someone or between you and a friend group or whatever. So Five of Pentacles reverse would be like, okay, I want to fix things. And then the world is like closure. You want closure. But on your end, it could be that you fear rejection. You fear not being accepted with open arms. You fear maybe like basically having the door shut in front of your face here. So I can understand the hesitance in terms of reaching out, but by not reaching out, you know, you lack closure. And then with the Six of Swords reverse, it's like you're dwelling on it. The longer you just continue dwelling, the longer you kind of hold yourself back from this, because it really does seem as though no matter what happens with this reconciliation or with whatever discussion that you need to have with this person, no matter what happens, whether you end up actually reconciling or just things just don't work out in your favor or the way that you want it to, the world says that you'll get closure one way or another. Like it feels that you'll get a sense of closure. And it feels like as long as you are kind of left wondering, like, should I or should I not, it kind of feels like you will just be continuing to dwell. Like dwelling in the past and just like wondering and that sort of thing. So if you really require like reaching out to this person, it might give you the closure that you need. So that's kind of what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that this resonates for you. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you were able to gain something from it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I'd love to hear any sort of feedback that you have. And with that being said, I love you. Please take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Do everything that everyone has been saying, around lately. And yeah, I'm sending you blessings. I'm sending you peace. I'm sending you healing energy. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.